So today I'm going to be playing DOCTORDLE for psychology. I'm a behavior interventionist and consultant for children with ASD, emotional impairments. So this is going to be interesting. I know a bit about mental health and psychology from textbooks and courses, but we're going to see how well I do here. We'll start with this first one is a 42-year-old woman presents describing herself as a bit down for as long as she can remember. So first thing I'm going to put in is dysthymia and see if right. Yep. Let's see. So dysthymia is not considered like a major depressive disorder. It's like a low mood for a long period of time. That's not major depression. A 6-year-old boy adopted at age 4 from institutional care is referred for a behavioral assessment. Doesn't tell me very much, but it tells me it may be some kind of attachment or reactive disorder. We're going to see if that is the case. Yeah. A 19-year-old man has repeated episodes of disproportionate verbal and physical aggression. Let's start with disproportionate verbal and physical aggression. It could be a post-traumatic stress disorder. Could be even a personality disorder like borderline. Let's try borderline first. No. Outbursts are impulsive and last only a few minutes. So they're repeated episodes, but they're impulsive and last a few minutes. So, see, this is where I wouldn't know a lot of things. What could we go for? I'm going to try post-traumatic stress disorder, but I don't think that's what's going to be. He feels remorse afterward. I'm sure this is a clue for someone who's actually a licensed psychologist, but I have no idea. He feels remorse afterward. It's not going to be... I think it's adjustment disorder. I don't think it's ASD, avoidance. I actually don't know. I'm going to go with... I don't even know what to go with. I'm going to skip. No substance intoxication, mania, or psychosis. Again, I have no idea. Daily functioning is impaired because of fights and property damage. I have no idea. Out of proportion to provocation. I don't know. Intermittent explosive disorder. Alright. I should have. A 28-year-old man is brought to the emergency department after using methamphetamine. Let's go with stimulant. No. Amphetamine. Intoxication. Yeah. I was going to say acute psychosis too, because that meth overdose can definitely... Well, it already says he's agitated, paranoid, and visual hallucinations. So it could be an acute psychosis as well, but obviously that would be amphetamine intoxication induced. A 29-year-old man reports irritability, anxiety, and insomnia 3 days after stopping daily cannabis use. So it's probably going to be they're calling it cannabis withdrawal. Yeah. A 38-year-old man presents 6 weeks after being made redundant. After being made redundant with low mood, poor sleep, and an inability to motivate himself. 6 weeks after. We could go straight to major. No. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. What's it called? What is it called? Not attachment. No. Not attachment. It's the other one. Adjustment disorder. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of that. I kept thinking attachment, not adjustment. 30-year-old man presents requesting help with an intense fear of vomiting that has been present since a gastroenteritis episode in his teens. So some kind of anxiety or phobia. I'm going to go with, I don't think this is going to be, not illness, maybe illness, anxiety. I doubt it, no. He avoids eating outside his home, refuses to travel on public transport during winters, declines social invitations for restaurants for years. So, it's most likely a phobia. Let me go agoraphobia just to see. I doubt it, no. When he believes he might encounter someone who's unwell, he experiences an immediate intense anxiety with nausea, dizziness, and a strong urge to escape. Try specific phobia. Yeah. Okay. A 29-year-old woman presents with an excessive worry that she describes as difficult to control and present on most days over 6 months. I'm going to go generalized anxiety disorder first. Yeah. Okay. A 42-year-old woman abruptly stops long-term alprazolam Xanax use. They benzodiazepine withdrawal in here. They do. That's definitely going to be the answer. A 22-year-old man presents with 2 months of auditory hallucinations, paranoid delusions, and disorganized speech. So he's in the age range of schizophrenia, but 2 months is a bit short. Let's start with, there's no psychosis on here. All right, let's go schizophrenia. He's withdrawn from school and has poor self-care. Symptoms of schizophrenia are psychosis, sometimes schizoaffective disorder. Let's try schizoaffective disorder. C. Substance use evaluation is negative, so not taking any illicit medication, drugs, because we would be thinking like stimulants here can induce psychosis. It's the 2 months that's getting me. It's not long enough to be a schizophrenic diagnosis. Let's try schizophreniform. That's a shorter term and reversible. Yeah, okay. Because let me see what the next cards were going to be, or the next clues. Mood episodes have not predominated the course. Symptoms are too prolonged for brief psychotic disorder, but is not less than 6 months, which is the criteria for schizophrenia. The diagnosis sits temporarily between brief psychotic disorder and schizophrenia. So yeah, that makes sense. How do I go to the next one? Okay. 10-year-old boy has repeated blinking and throat clearing that worsens with stress. I don't know if I'm going to go straight for Tourette's. It could be just a tic disorder. Is Tourette's on here? They're not. So let's try tic disorder. Yeah. I could tell by induced by stress and then just in a 10-year-old throat clearing and all that at that time was just a bit abnormal for other things, considering there was no mention of any sinusitis or upper respiratory infection or allergies or allergy med use or other medication use. A 25-year-old woman presents 4 days after witnessing a fatal road traffic accident in which the pedestrian was struck directly in front of her. This is 4 days after, so I don't think it's not going to meet the criteria for PTSD. I think we're going to go with acute stress disorder. Let's see. 22-year-old woman presents with intrusive, unwanted thoughts about contamination that cause her significant distress. We'll go straight for OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and C. There we go. A 40-year-old male executive was referred by an occupational physician following multiple complaints from staff about his management style. I wonder if his management style is messy or very, very perfection based, where everything needs to be in a certain order, and if it gets touched, it causes anxiety. I'm going to try obsessive first, just to see. Uniquely talented and believes ordinary workplace rules should not apply to him. It does point me toward like some kind of psychosis or even early, no, not schizophrenia, but maybe a psychosis. Just because these are definitely delusions already. So let's go with, they don't have like an acute psychosis or anything on here. So do they have something for delusions? They have a delusional disorder. Let's see. No. He speaks at lengths about, oh, I know what this is. I completely messed it. It's narcissistic personality disorder. How did I? Not everything that is seems delusional is actually a delusion. It kind of is a narcissistic because it's not factually based that he's better than somebody, but it's thought in the head that I'm better than everybody. 21-year-old man is referred for a 6-month decline in academic performance and social withdrawal. Could be depression, could be a psychotic disorder, or in the 21-year-old. Okay, so in the range. And 6 months. The fact that they're giving me 6 months and the age range for schizophrenia, it makes me think that we're going to be going for schizophrenia. Let me just try it and see what happens. Wrong one. Can I type? Yeah. It was the 6 months that got me, and then the age range being correct for onset of schizophrenia. A 36-year-old woman has not left her house unaccompanied for over a year following a fainting episode on the underground. I'm gonna go agoraphobia and just see. Okay, yeah. A 19-year-old man is referred for assessment after struggling significantly with the social demands of university life. Social demands. Let's try social anxiety disorder and see. No. He reports that he has never understood unwritten social rules and describes conversations as exhausting because he has to consciously work out what people mean. Let's go autism spectrum disorder. I can't spell again. Alright. Yeah. 24-year-old woman has multiple depressive episodes with anhedonia, low energy, and suicidal thoughts. Let's go straight major depressive. They didn't give a timeline, so let's just try that. No. Alright. Okay, so between depressive phases, she has periods of elevated mood and decreased sleep and impulsive behavior. So I don't know the timeline for this, so I can't say it's like a manic episode or hypomanic episode. I can't for sure say that because I don't know the timeline, whether this lasted months, years, or days, so or a few weeks. Let's go straight to bipolar. Let's try bipolar 2 first. Yeah. Didn't seem like full mania. More like hypo. 24-year-old man is brought to the emergency department by his family after 3 days of not sleeping and spending his life savings on a series of business ventures. So not sleeping and spending his life savings on a series of business ventures. I'm going to start with hypomanic episode, although I don't think it's going to be. He is speaking rapidly, jumping between topics, convinced that he discovered a revolutionary technology that will make him a billionaire. Let's go bipolar 1. Yeah. Alright, I should have guessed that at the beginning just by the spending. A 38-year-old man presents requesting a full-body MRI scan for the third time in 6 months. We had illness anxiety on here, right? Yep. A 26-year-old man presents after a series of sudden, overwhelming episodes of intense fear that peak within minutes. Panic disorder? Doesn't seem like agoraphobia, so I'm going to go for panic disorder. Alright, we're going to do this last one. A 35-year-old man presents requesting evaluation after his daughter was recently diagnosed, and he recognized himself in the description. That does not tell me anything. He's requesting evaluation. His daughter was recently diagnosed with something, and he recognized himself in the criteria for this condition that I still don't know what the condition is. So I'm going to skip because I have no idea. Oh. He reports a lifelong pattern of losing items, missing deadlines, and starting multiple tasks but rarely completing them. So I'm going to go with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And that is correct. All right, we're going to do part 2 soon. If you enjoyed this video, if you could like or subscribe, I would appreciate it. And I will be making part 2 soon.